Hello and welcome to episode 35 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel using Pride FC, and we're in the year 2004. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone who liked the last video, as that card specifically, was fucking jam-packed. It was so fucking awesome, and I was happy that you guys also enjoyed that show as well, as much as I did, because that was so much fun to see play out. Just some great fights after great fights after great fights. It was just crazy. Hopefully, we can keep that fucking momentum going with this Pride Final Conflict 2004 card. As before we get to that, though, we do have some mail, of course, as always, to go through, as we have a lot. We're going to go all the way down here. So, Carlos Condit is going to be a part of the welterweight division. We signed him. We extended Jerome Le Banner. We extended Rich Franklin, Carlos Newton, Big Nog. We signed Dong Hyun Kim as... he is going to be in the welterweight division, as I believe his debut fight is on American Machine 5. It is, against Kaito Nakamura. As he is 1-0, he's only taken on a local fighter, so that's going to be fun to see him actually take on somebody that's an actual person. As Rafael Carino extended his deal. Josh Burnett left the Lion's Den, and he's joined the Militich Fighting System. Ron Faircloth left American Kickboxing Academy, and he joined Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts. And Scott Smith left Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and he joined Greg Smith as well, or Greg Jackson as well. As Chuck Liddell had a sex tape scandal. That was wild, as basically for the next 7 days you have an option of terminating his contract for free, which obviously we weren't going to do because it's Chuck Liddell. So basically because of that, this card here, which, you know, he's taking on Merlio, might take a hit because, it's not been so long since that scandal's been forgotten about, which I think you can see it here, yeah, which is 1 year, 3 months, and 2 weeks, which I don't know how a sex tape could fucking be a scandal for a fighter, but maybe something crazy happened in it. He got pooped on, he got something wild like that. As Randy Couture, he left Team Quest. Michael Bisping, he signed with us, so that's huge. We got the count. Michael Bisping, another middleweight guy to add to the division. Big Nog, he left, obviously, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian top team, I think it was the last episode, and now he's finally joined a team. He's joined Hus Vale Tudo, which is interesting, as obviously he's faced Marco Hus before. Hideki Yoshida, he had a whiplash neck strain during his training, but he can still fight, so that's good. Dario Matsui, he returned from his hiatus. That's fun. We signed Jason Von Flue, who is going to be in the welterweight division. That's a big signing, as 10-4. Obviously, a very high level jiu-jitsu guy. That's going to be fun. He lost to Nick Serra back at UFC 61, which was the last time he fought, so that's fun. Tim Silva, we signed Bigfoot Silva. So he's 8-0, I think. Yeah, he's 8-0 he's the 21st heavyweight fighter in the world. He's going to have no name value in Japan, but he's we'll see what he can do here in the Pride Heavyweight Division. We signed Gabriel Gonzaga. He was in Pancrase for a couple of fights. So, he's 3-1 now. He lost his first fight, and then he's had 3 fights that have been either good to great. That's a good sign. Hopefully we don't have him take on fucking Mikro Krokop, as that's when Hideko Yoshida extended his contract, or he recovered rather. Then we have Dario Matsui, who we extended. Rodrigo Hus, so another Hus is in Pride. Rodrigo is in the middleweight division. He's 12-4. I'm surprised he's not ranked, to be honest. He's been in rings for a couple of fights. He's beaten Melvin Manhoef. He's beaten Joel De Oliveira. So he's at that kind of level where he should be here. He had a great fight with Melvin Manhoef too. As you see, he's kind of all over the place. Recently he's had unanimous decision wins, but he's had a couple of rear naked chokes. There's a knockout back in June of 01. So yeah, he can do it a lot of different ways. Obviously from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. As Sergey Krossneroff, he also had a whiplash neck strain injury. We signed Hector Lombard, which I thought about bringing Hector Lombard down to welterweight because he's 5'9". I always thought that was so weird that he's 5'9", he's a middleweight, but honestly, he walks around at 200 pounds, which is fucking crazy. Hector Lombard's a beast and a half, but I think we'll just keep him middleweight. Sean O'Hare, I thought that was awesome that he's in here. First of all, we signed him the rings. He's actually, his skills, it says he's a strong fighter, a strong striking wise, but it is 1 out of 10 on the scouting. So we'll see how he goes. I'm hoping he does well. I doubt it though. But you got to keep your hopes up. We extended Gary Goodrich. Andre Arlovsky, he joined Mills' fighting system as well, which I tried to do him and Josh Barnett, which we are doing. We had to give him a little extra money value because they're now part of the same team. But, so that's going to be fun. American Bushido 5. That's going to be a hell of a card. Michael Bisping joined SBG Ireland. Well, that's the first time we've seen that team as far as someone being a part of that. Obviously, being from the UK, it makes sense. At least it's somewhat closer than Houston Alexander left American top team. It's a lot of fucking mail to get through, but we got through it. Now it's time to look at the card, see how it goes for this. As of course, we have the finals of the 2004 Welterweight Grand Prix, which will have our first welterweight champion of the world in Pride FC. Is it going to be Tetsuji Kaito, the man who beat Matt Hughes? Is it going to be the Superman, Hallman, who's on like a fucking streak and a half here? He has won his last 6 fights. Last time he's lost to, last loss was to Carlos Newton, which he might just have a rematch there in the finals, as we have Carlos Newton, of course, who Carlos Newton has had quite a bit of a run as of late, thanks to being in the welterweight division. You know, last middleweight fight was Masanori Suda, then he's beaten Frank Trigg, he's beaten Kaito Nakamura, so not really as far as guys that are in this division, hasn't really gone his way, but before, when it was still the middleweight division at Pride 15, beat this Hallman by rear naked choke. See if he can have the same thing here. Look at the rear naked chokes, the knee bars, the arm bars. Carlos Newton's the fucking man. As then John Fitch, the man who is undefeated, 9-0, 2-0 in Pride. He's beaten Mike Swick and Diego Sanchez. He's beaten Nick Diaz. He's beaten Travis Luter, Young Choi, which a couple of those have been just poor fights. But here, he's won by rear naked choke a couple of times. Unanimous decision against Diego Sanchez. That's a good little fight for Carlos Newton and whatnot. So that's going to be a lot of fun. As then the man who has the sex tape scandal, Chuck Liddell, Mario Ninja Hua, 10-1. What a fucking main event this is. They fought once before, Pride 23 Championship Chaos 2, which Mauricio Shogun, or that's Mauricio Ninja Hua won by submission at that fight in 2002, just a mere 2 years ago. Chuck Liddell smashed all of his last 5 opponents, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Liddell is ranked 7th. Mauricio's ranked 22nd. This is the 4th time that Chuck Liddell's main event at a Pride event, the 2nd time for Mauricio, which I believe the first time was against... Trying to think when will that be. Let's just take a look on the fight history. Cause I don't think it'd been against. It wouldn't have been Championship Chaos 2, obviously. It might have been Demolition. Yep, that was a hell of a call against Sakuraba, which he won. And another man who he's won by either rear naked choke or near decision. He has the one knockout, but the knee in December. But we shall see what happened. Mauricio's been on just a tear and a half, but as far as Mauricio's won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision, Liddell will likely have a significant weight advantage and a Blurcat stat picks, 7-0, not even close, according to the Blurcat stat picks. As obviously this is the finals, which we won't know. As Ogawa and Hideko Yoshida, as Ogawa has won since September 2001. He's had a tough go of it as of late. He's lost to Mark Coleman, Volkan, Alistair Overeem, Jerome Lee Banner. If he loses here against Hideki Yoshida, probably going to go down the rings. Hideki Yoshida, who is 2-0 at this point, he's taking on Royce Gracie, taking on Nobuki Takada. Hasn't really had that type of level of fighting. But this is just a judo clash of all clashes here, as big as a judo clash as you can have in Pride FC, as Hideki Yoshida, a fucking gold medalist, and Ogawa, a high-level fucking judokan. As it's 5-2, Yoshida has the slight advantage, that makes sense, and Ogawa's going to have a significant weight advantage as well, though, so we'll see how that plays out. As what the fuck happened there? Did I hit the wrong thing? What the fuck? Wow. So, I guess we're already here. Oh, that was weird. I didn't know I hit close. I thought I hit next. Minded it. Oh, well. Alright, so we'll go into Daniel Gracie and Lil Nog here. As Lil Nog's 3-2. Daniel Gracie's 1-2. 6'1", 205, 6'2", 205. 32 years old, Daniel Gracie. 28 years old, Lil Nog. As they're both from Brazil, both new team. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu boxing, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu obviously for Dana Gracie. Plus 500, minus 630 for Lil Nog here. As a referee, Yuji Shimada. Our judges, fighters both weighed in at 205 yesterday, but now they're about to fight. It's obvious that Lil Nog is much bigger. There's the bell. Touch gloves. Jab lands from Nogueira, but a big right to the body. Fails to find the target. Nogueira lands the left hand, then scores with the right cross. Jab hits home from Nogueira, then hits a nice straight right hand. There's another nice straight right hand that landed hard. As Gracie comes in looking for the takedown, Nogueira almost stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg while Gracie has a hold of the other one. With Nogueira not going down, Gracie still pushing him up against the ropes. They're looking for the trip takedown. He gets the inside leg trip, does Daniel Gracie, and now Lil Nog's got to pull half guard. Now he's trying to get the side control. He was ready, though, was Lil Nog, and there's a scramble immediately. The scramble results in Gracie having to turtle up with Nogueira holding him down while facing him. There's a knee to the side of the head. Not doing much damage, though. There's some big right hands, lands a few powerful shots. Pounds away with rights, so now fails to land anything significant. Nogueira is too slow to stop Gracie from getting back up. A jab is wide for Nogueira, then he lands the right hand. As Nogueira lands a jab, then hits a crunching straight right to the jaw, and he knocks him down with that one. Nogueira starts pounding away on Gracie, looking to finish the fight. He's landing several clean shots now. Now he's not doing much damage. He blocks Gracie, tries to transition the guard halfway into the first round now. Nogueira pounds away with rights, doesn't do much damage. He blocks the attempt to pull guard. He's looking for the Kimura. Gracie blocks the attempt to pull guard. He fires away with punches. Doesn't do little in the way of damage, as Gracie tries to transition to guard, but he can't manage it. He fires away with punches. Does little in the way of damage. Gracie brings his leg into the trap. Nogueira's in half guard. He pounds away. There's Nogueira, but Gracie is in trouble with him. Gracie tries to sweep Nogueira, but doesn't get anywhere with it. He keeps Gracie guessing this Lil Nog with a few quick strikes. He pounds away with rights, but doesn't do much damage. Nogueira feels Gracie prepared to scramble and make sure that doesn't happen. The killer instinct of Lil Nog there as punches down at Gracie. They're easily taking on the gloves. He blocks an attempt from half guard to full guard as Lil Nog as he tries to pound on Gracie, but all the blows are completely dealt with. Now he's trying to use some underhooks as Gracie then quickly scrambles. Well, that's enough separation, though. So Lil Nog is able to secure him into second control. Obviously, all Lil Nog there. We don't have to look at the fight metrics. A lot of strikes there. Can't believe it went into the second round. But here we are. Damn, Gracie. It's a tough one for him. He's going to have to finish this fight if he wants to win it. 5 minutes left now is the second round, as there's a right to the ribs now. After he lands the jab, there's a great right hook. Now he's slowing down a bit as damn Gracie. Lil Nog is I was about to say he's doing great, but now he's breathing a little deeper now. He connects with a nice jab and scores with the right cross. There's another nice jab in the right hand. There's a jab and a straight. Comes in for the takedown. He stops it, and he gets countered with a knee, and he is knocked out on that one. What a great job by Lil Nog to time the knee for the takedown, and he knocks him out with the knee strike. Great job there, as that's a minute 43 in the second round. That was rated good. It's Lil Nog. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira thanks his sponsors, all the fans, praises Gracie for the tough fight. As the last prelim fights, the Brazilian Tiger, Ricardo Arona, takes on Masatsu Yano. Middleweight division, 7-3, 10-5. Pretty close, minus 110 for both guys. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu catch wrestling background from Masatsu Yano, Tokyo, Japan, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. As 26 years old, 29 years old, 5'9", 5'11", both 205. Presta for Masatsu Yano, no team for Ricardo Arona here. It's our referee, Yuji Shimada, as our judges. Roar of the crowd as Yano enters, as he is around here. As we are underway, they touch gloves, stepping in. Yano aggressively gets a dominant position in the clinch. Yano's looking to muscle Arona up against the ropes. He achieves it, pinning Arona to the ropes. Arona is pressed up against the ropes. Nothing really happens for the next minute. They remain in a close grapple exchange, exchanging short punches. Yano tries to maintain control, but Arona wrestles his way out of trouble, and he turns it so that Yano ends up on his back, backwards up against the ropes. With the fight having been stuck against the ropes for a lengthy period of time, referee Yuji Shimada restarts that one very quickly. They're back in the center. Yano moving in for the clinch. Yano trying to muscle him up against the ropes. He can't do it, though. He can't move Arona at all, and he finds himself being out-wrestled. Looking for the trip takedown. He can't get it. Yano wrestles his way into the dominant position. As now he's using, again, he's trying to put him against the ropes, but Arona's not going anywhere. Now Arona's doing it, and he doesn't. He's now got control of him up against the ropes. Yano backed up against the ropes, can't really do much thanks to the control that Ricardo Arona is exerting. Occasional short punches, all that happened. This is going to be a fucking boring snooze fest right here. As Arona now looking for the leg sweep. He gets the outside leg trip. Yano's down to the ground with his left on his back under side control. Fires off a few punches, catches breath. Tries to pull guard on Arona, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. He pounds away, but Yano calmly deals with him. He blocks Yano as he tries to transition the guard. He throws a few strikes, with clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. He blocks Yano as he tries to transition the guard. He throws a few strikes, but clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Tries to move the guard, but Arona doesn't allow it. Tries to pound on Yano, but all the blows are comfortably dealt with. He blocks Yano as he tries to transition the guard. With no progress being made yet again, Yuji Shimada brings the fighters back to their feet. Moving in fast, Yano clenches his way into a dominant position as Yano is trying to push Arona so that his back is up against the ropes. Achieves it, pinning Arona to the ropes. Unable to get free, Arona is smothered up against the ropes. Next 30 seconds pass as two opponents press up close and exchange a short punch to the body and side of the head. Yano shows great control, keeping Arona pressed up against the ropes. They remain there for at least a minute, hitting each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head, showing his ability to grind down opponents. Yano's keeping Arona pressed up tightly against the ropes. They remain in that dominant position, dirty boxing each other for the rest of the round. And that is the end of the round. You have to give that one to Ricardo Arona. It is very close, though, 42-38. You have the takedown advantage. Masatsu Yano could still win this fight. It's still very close. We'll have to see what happens here in this 5-minute round. He has some boos. Yeah, makes sense. Bit of a snooze fest. It's 5 minutes left in the fight. Arona comes in right out of the gate with a takedown. He can't get the single leg, though. Now Yano's left hopping. So he's pushing him against the ropes. Now he's got the ropes trapping Yano. He's looking for the trip takedown. He doesn't get that as well. 1 for 4 on takedowns on this fight is Ricardo Arona. Yano's doing a great job of defending those as he's looking for another leg sweep. He gets this one, though. It's a quick inside leg trip. Can't do nothing but pull half guard. As now in half guard, Arona catches his breath, continues to throw a couple of punches to the body. Arona blocks attempted move from half guard to full guard. He punches down at Yano, but they're easily taken on the gloves. Arona throws a few weak-looking punches as he decides on his next move. He blocks attempted move from half to full. Throws a few weak-looking punches as he decides on his next move. Yano tries to sweep Arona, but he can't do it. Arona tries to pound on Yano, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. As Arona blocks Yano as he tries to transition to full guard. Third time there, after Yuji Shimada had to break him up, stand him back up. Yano's breathing a little heavier now. Yano aggressively moves in and grapples with Ricardo Arona. 60 seconds left of the fight. Yano's trying to push him up against the ropes. He can't do it. Arona's doing a great job here. Now he drives him back up against the ropes. Now he's got him pinned, looking for the trip. Doesn't get it. Yano blocks it. That's the end of the fight. Yeah, decision. Ricardo Arona making that 8-3 now. Masatsu Yano 10-5, going to be 10-6. He's 2-2 in Pride. He won his first 2. He's lost his last 3. This is going to be another poor fight for him. He's had 3 poor fights now. Masatsu Yano might get taken back down the rings sooner rather than later. What the fuck? Wait a minute now. I think we have some highway robbery here, as Masatsu Yano is your winner, according to these judges, as that was rated very poor. That I don't get at all. Looking at the entire fight, he outstriked him. He has more takedowns. Yano did nothing that whole second round, as you see there. I don't know about that one. That was a steal job of Masatsu Yano there. Ricardo Arona should not be 7-4, but Masatsu Yano's 11-5. It's a very poor fight. That was a stinker for sure. As giving thanks to Masatsu Yano, praises team at Presta. His various sponsors and the fans who came out supporting him. He praises Arona for the tough fight. That is not what I would have rated that fight as. I would have rated that very poor, but I would not have given that fight to Masatsu Yano. Not at all. I don't get that at all. As the main fight here of the 2 semi-final matchups, as it's John Fitch and Carlos Newton, 9-0, 13-7-1, -110, +100. Very close fight here. 26 years old, 27 years old. The Ronin, Carlos Newton at 5'9", 183 from Newmarket, Canada. John Fitch, 6 foot, 183 from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Wrestling background, Dragon Ball Jiu-Jitsu background from the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Can someone associated with the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy do something in Pride FC? We shall see. And here we go. Winner moves on to the finals. Of course, Big John McCarthy's a referee. Our judges, hopefully they don't fuck this one up too, as this is a big-time fight not to fuck up. As Newton looks significantly bigger than Fitch as they prepare for this fight, even though they weighed in exactly the same yesterday. We are underway. Fitch shoots in with some high speed there. He gets the takedowns of single leg. Newton has to pull guard. He's smothering him, pressing his body downwards and forward here as he just keeps him stuck against the ground, smothering him. It's a little lay-in praise stuff with John Fitch. Let's see if it works out. There's a few punches. It deflects a couple of punches that Newton threw from the bottom, as time slips away, as Fitch again keeps him stuck against the ground. Big John McCarthy stands him back up. There's another takedown attempt from John Fitch, and he gets another takedown. It's going to be rinse and repeat for John Fitch here. He's going to look to be 10-0 as he drains the clock down. There's a few quick strikes. Looking for an arm as Carlos Newton. He gets it! What a fucking job by Carlos Newton as he taps him out with the armbar from the bottom. Fucking 9-1 now for John Fitch. Carlos Newton 14-7-1. What a great job from Carlos Newton. It was looking in a bad way there as it was all John Fitch. He gets the arm bar, and your winner is rated poor because, yeah, it was just rinse and repeat for fucking John Fitch, but he gets the win nonetheless. Carlos Newton, dear God, what a win it is. Let's see who he takes on. Is it going to be Tetsuji Kaito? Is it going to be Dennis Hallman? Is it going to be a rematch between those two? Or is the man who shocked the world going to keep shocking the world here and win in another upset against Dennis Hallman? 5'9", 183, 5'7", 170. As 22-5, 25-4. Shooter style, Takada Dojo, Wrestling Jiu-Jitsu, The Pit, minus 430, plus 340, 27, 28 years old. We shall see how this one plays out. The winner takes on Carlos Newton. Referee Shimada, our judges at ringside. Kaito is fighting in front of a home crowd tonight. He gets a big cheer as he makes his entrance. As fight begins, tentative jab from Kaito lands. Hallman throws a 1-2, but Kaito is equal to it. He uses the left jab and misses the vicious right hand. He connects with 2 jabs, but the leg kick misses. There's a left jab but finds nothing but air with the big right. He doesn't trouble his opponent with a triple punch combo. As he can't hit the step left jab and hits a nice straight right hand. As he connects with the jab, but Kaito dodges the big right head kick that followed up. So moves in on Kaito, preparing to throw. Punch from Hallman fails to land. Hallman hits a left jab, then scores with a right cross. He lands a left jab and finds nothing but air with the big right. Kaito wants to grapple, but is clearly wary of his opponent's striking. Here's a big left hand. Finds nothing but air with a big right. He fails to find a home on his jab. Then it's a nice straight right hand. Blood is now trickling down above his eye. Is Tetsuji Kaito. That's going to be tough as he throws a quick punch. Doesn't hit it though. There's Hallman. Gets a chance and grabs Hallman in a clinch. Looking to complete the takedown, but doesn't work as Hallman blocked it. And now Hallman's looking to take him down. As Kaito can't stop it though. There's a takedown from Superman Dennis Hallman halfway into the round now. Hallman pounds away with right, so it doesn't do much damage. Hallman blocks Kaito as he tries to sweep from the guard. Fires off some right hands, but Kaito is in trouble by them as he tries to sweep from the bottom half. It doesn't budge Hallman. In half guard, Hallman catches his breath, gets hit just a couple punches to the body. Hallman keeps Kaito guessing with a few quick strikes. Hallman pounds away, but Kaito is in trouble by the strikes. Hallman blocks the attempted move from half to full. As in half guard, Hallman catches his breath, can just throw a couple punches to the body. Hallman feels Kaito prepared for a scramble for position, but make sure that doesn't happen. Referee Yoshida stands back up with a minute 55 left in the first. Jab hits home from Hallman and lands a big right hand. As the clock is stopped now, his referee wants to check on the cut. As he seems happy that it does not present too much of a problem as the fight gets restarted. As Hallman fails to find home on this jab, he scores with the right cross. Connects with a nice jab and lands the right hand. Minute left. As Hallman's starting to slow down a touch, perhaps conserving a little energy, that makes a lot of sense. As Kaito's warily looking for his warily circling. There we go. As finally got is looking for the opening he needs to initiate some grappling. He connects with a nice jab and scores with the right cross. He can't hit the left jab. He scores with the right cross. Now he's reopened the wound with him 34 seconds left. A 1-2 from Hallman fails to land. Kaito clinches. He's looking to get the takedown. He gets the takedown, so at least he got a takedown. He's got something to get into that second round. That was all Dennis Hallman for about 9 minutes and 57 seconds of that fight until Tetsuji Kaito got the takedown. But yeah, Tetsuji Kaito's got to do something. He's got to shock the world again if he wants to win. He's got to finish this fight by tap out. Doubt he's going to win by knockout, but you never know, I guess. As looking to get treated by the cut man there. There's now 5 minutes left in the fight. As Commonly comes in closer to Dennis Hallman. There's the left jab, finds nothing but air with the big right. Lands the left jab, but misses the big right hand. As he connects the 2 left hands and scores with the right cross. This is looking great for Carlos Newton as this fight goes on. Better for Carlos Newton as Kaito has looked like he was angling the grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. And there's a jab lands from Hallman and misses the vicious right hand. As then 2 jabs hit home from Hallman, then lands the right hand. A jab lands from Hallman, misses the vicious right hand. Hallman studies his opponent, looking pretty relaxed and confident at this point. Yeah, at this point he knows he's just teeing off on Hallman. He can't connect with a jab, then scores the right to the body. Halfway point now. There's a 2-punch combo, but Kaito avoids both of them. Moves in fast, clinches with Hallman. Looking for the sweeping of the leg, but he can't do it. as now he takes control of the grapple as well. Now he's looking for the takedown. He gets the takedown. Minute 47. This looks like all to be over. Unanimous decision for Dennis Hallman, looking like as he tries to move from half guard to full, but Hallman doesn't allow it. As Hallman pounds away, but Kaito doesn't trip other strikes. Trying to transition to full guard, he's not going to be able to get there. There's some small strikes, but he's trying just clearly just taking a moment to try and catch his breath. Using an underhook to set it up, Kaito looking to scramble. Hallman's too quick though, and grabs a side control before Kaito can get up, but that's the end of the fight. As we'll look at the fight metrics, Dennis Hallman again. And your winner, yes, decision, Dennis Hallman. There you go, as he is in the finals. It is the rematch for Dennis Hallman and Carlos Newton, and that was rated average. I thought that was going to be another poor fight, but they made it exciting enough. As 22-6 for Tetsuji Kaito, I think 26-4 for Dennis Hallman. It went so fast, but now for the heavyweights now. 6-3, 6-3 for the pro records. 6-3, 6-3 rather. Kind of sound like they're always saying they're both 6-3, but Big Ben Rothwell, 6'5", 260. Oh, Ironhead Kazuki Fujita, 6 foot 240. It's kickboxing, jiu-jitsu style, wrestling style, roof sport, Parista, minus 410, plus 320. Kazuki Fujita's got 10 years on him. See what happens here. As referee Yushi Shimada staying out there as our ringside judges. Pre-fight staying there, which is almost comical because, I mean, Ben Rothwell's got 5 inches on him. Fujita gets a good reaction with the fans as he enters the arena. He's fighting in front of his own crowd. The night fight begins. Start with a touch of gloves. Jab is wide from Rothwell. He lands the big right hand as he hits Fujita with a straight right. There's some blood above it, underneath his eye there. As Fujita gets a hold of Rothwell. Using his wrestling skills, Fujita's trying to push Rothwell up against the ropes. He can't do it, though. He ends up being out-wrestled in the grapple. That's not good. Trying to push Fujita, so now he's up against the ropes. He is now. And there's a knee to the thigh. As there's another knee to the ribs now. There's another knee to the thigh. Another knee to the thigh. Tries to throw a knee from the clinch, but Fujita takes the opportunity to turn his opponent around, so now Rothwell ends up backed up against the ropes instead. Now he leans off his weight on Rothwell, pressing up against him. 240 pounds pressed up against you. That's going to be tough, even if you are 6'5", 260. As occasional short punches all that happen for the next 30 seconds as two fighters can be pressed up tight against the ropes. Yuji Shimada brings it back to the center. And there hits a jab, and there's a big right hand. Fujita steps forward, willing to take a few shots as long as he can get close enough to wrestle. Fujita's a crazy person. This man survived a head kick from Mirko Kokop and lived to tell about it and won the fight. So Ben Rothwell is going to have to do something a lot more than that. As he throws a quick punch, doesn't land. Seizes the chance and grabs Rothwell into the clinch. He tries to pick him up for a slam, but that is not happening. That's a 260-pound man you're picking up and slamming. That ain't happening. As he defends it well, though, as time slips away from Vegeta. Looked like he was about to step in and grapple. Rothwell took the initiative first. There's a jab from Rothwell, and he lands a right hand. Looks confident, shortening the range as looks to strike. As Fujita may have been aiming to get in close, Rothwell again took the initiative. He lands a jab, lands a right hand to the body, coming in looking for the strike. He looked like he was angling the grapple. He could take the initiative. Jab is wide from Rothwell. Then he lands a big right hand. Rothwell fails to find home. His jab that hits Fujita with the beauty of a straight right, slowing down the touch, perhaps conserving low energy. Halfway point, moving in closer now, looking to open up an attack. Looked like we were about to see Fujita try to get some grappling start, but Rothwell again was aggressive, took the initiative. Jab is wide from Rothwell, then catches Fujita with a crunching right hook. The bleeding, referee Yuji Shimada pauses the fight so he can check the cut. Doesn't seem like it's too much of a problem, so we get restarted back in the center, 4:52 left. Fujita again looking to step in and grapple, but again, Rothwell took the initiative first. And there, he can't hit the set left jab, and then he hits a crunching straight right to the jaw, and he knocks him out with it. Big Ben Rothwell wins by knockout, 7-3. Kazuki Fujita, 6-4 now. Tough go of it as of late. He lost to Fedor, loses to Big Ben Rothwell there. I mean, Big Rothwell's going to be a problem in this heavyweight division. That's for sure. As a big man like that can throw some leather around, he's going to be a problem for a lot of people. As he praises his team at Roof Sport, is very responsive to fans' game of sport. Big Ben Rothwell gives a show of respect to his opponent. As now it is another heavyweight fight as Sergey Krossneroff taking on Pedro the Rock Hisso, 10-1, 12-4, 6 foot 240, 6'1", 225 for the Rock here as Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Tula, Russia. Two men from polar opposites of the world meet here in Japan. Weirdly enough, a Sambo boxing style, Muay Thai style, Red Devil sport, Bruce Valley Tudo, -140, -140. This is going to be a hell of a fight. Two men that can throw the leather, that is for sure. If Pedro the Rock Hisso has any chance of winning this fight, it's going to be on the ground. We'll see, though. We'll see. Because I haven't seen Sergey do very well on the ground yet, but we shall see. But our judges here. Fight begins. Exchange strikes. Nothing really happens, though. Two fighters engage. As Krossneroff misses the right cross that leaves him wide over the counter. Rizzo comes in with a left hook to the body. Look at that. Sergey looking for the takedown. He gets it. Pulling half guard. As I say, he doesn't do much on the damage. On the ground. Minute in. Shoots for the takedown. He gets it. Now let's see what he can do with it. As he fires away with rights, but doesn't take too much damage as Hizzo. As Hizzo just can't land anything significant. Alright, yeah, I mean, Krossneroff can't. As fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Yeah, they're completely dealt with. Isn't drawn by the strikes. Throws a couple of punches designed to keep Hizzo guessing. As unloads with some right hands, Hizzo deals with them comfortably. He begins working the side control. He can't get past the guard, though. Referee stands back up. Halfway point now. They meet in the center. Hizzo counters a right hand with a good leg kick. As again, Sergey looking for the takedown. He can't get it this time, though, as Krossneroff has a hold of the one. As he uses that position to drive Hizzo up against the ropes. As he tries a foot stomp, but Hizzo wrestles his way free and back into the center. As Hizzo moves in on Krossneroff, preparing the throw. There lands a couple of weak-looking left hands that barely register. Sergey is not doing his thing, though, so far, at least standing. There's a left hand, there's a right head kick. It looked like he was aiming for a takedown attempt, but he couldn't take the initiative. Combo that ends with a kick to the leg, fails to land for Hizzo. Hizzo comes in looking to exchange some strikes. There's a counter jab. Misses all the strikes in that combo that ended with a low kick to the legs. There's a few weak flicked left hands as he connects with the jab, but Krossneroff avoids the big right. As comes in walking down, Krossneroff throws a counter left but doesn't connect. As Hizzo throws some strikes and a fast leg kick, but Krossneroff avoids all of them. As he closes in on Krossneroff looking to unleash some strikes, there's a tentative left hand. He can't connect with a jab that hits Krossneroff with a straight right. They engage. There's a left jab and a right cross from Hizzo. There's a good right hand. And Hizzo's on rubbery legs. All of a sudden, that last shot may have riled him. He staggers backwards up against the ropes, covering up, trying his best to recover in time. As he steps in trying to blast Hizzo with a spinning back fist, only to miss it by mere inches. As he clears his head, Sergey's way out of the ropes back to the center. So that's what I was surprised with Sergey, because he's got the power to do that type of shit, but it's just been a lot of counter jabs that have just been not much power behind him. He finally gets a power shot in, and it rocked him. As two fighters engage, he misses the right hook and leaves him open to be countered with a jab and a nice right hook. Stepping forward and looking to unleash some strikes, there's a counter left hand. A quick flurry of punches from Hizzo sees one of the three hit home, but Krossneroff dodges the leg kick that falls. Now he's breathing a little heavier now as Hizzo, minute left, meet in the center, scores with a jab, disconnect with a low kick, scores with a jab, fails on a leg kick attempt. Some strikes and a fast leg kick, but Krossneroff was equal to all of them, takes a chance, grabs Hizzo into a clinch, tries to wrestle Hizzo backwards up against the ropes, and now he's backwards up against the ropes. Looking for a takedown, trying to go low, taking out both legs. He gets it. Hizzo pulls guard. What a great way to end the round for Sergey. He won the round for sure. I don't think it's a question. You see the strikes, see the takedowns. He rocked him. Hizzo, he's going to have to do a lot to win this fight. That's for sure. It's the last round. 5 minutes left of the fight. Hizzo comes forward. Two fighters engage. There's a pair of tentative jabs as Hizzo uses the left jab, but the falling leg kick misses. They move and engage. Hizzo misses the right cross, leaves him open with a counter. Krossneroff attacks with a left hook. First time now, Krossneroff is starting to breathe a little heavier now as they engage. Hizzo misses the right cross, leaves him open with a counter. Krossneroff attacks with the right cross. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing comes of it. That's a tough blow. There's a 1-2, but Krossneroff was equal to it. Krossneroff comes in, grabs Hizzo in the clinches. A nice knee strike from the grapple. Catches Hizzo on the side of the stomach, trying to muscle Hizzo up against the ropes. He can't do it, though, as Hizzo defends it well. Now he's trying to muscle him up against the ropes as Pedro Hizzo. But he does, as Krossneroff does it, though, because I thought he was in control. No, Krossneroff was in control. I'm an idiot. As Krossneroff does it, and Hizzo now stuck against the ropes. And looking for another another takedown there. Krossneroff drops down, gets a hold of a leg. Looking for a single leg out. That's interesting, as he sweeps him from under him. He sweeps the leg out from under him and is sent down hard. Pedro Hizzo. Now he's got the back, as looking for the rear naked choke. Hizzo fights it off. Tries to move him off his back, and he can't do it. There's some powerful right hands. A few powerful shots get in. He's got both hooks in now, looking for the rear naked choke. And again, Hizzo stops it. There's 50 seconds left. He's trying to break free of the hooks, but he can't do it. Looking for that rear naked choke again, and again he can't do it. Can he survive? 35 seconds. As is, he survives it, but he's still going to lose this fight. Big win for Sergey Krossneroff. He's 11-1. Pedro Hizzo 12-5 now. He has lost his last fight against Andrei Arlovsky. Lost to Igor and Simi Shalet. He won that first fight by some bullshit thanks to that cut, which I didn't think was a fight in there. In the Mark Kerr fight, he won, which Mark Kerr's not even in Pride FC anymore. He's had a tough go of it. Pedro is, though. But, Sergey, though, my God. Just on a tear of all tears so far. That was a tough fight for him, and he still wins pretty single-handedly as he gives a name check to everyone at Red Devil Sport, all of his various sponsors, and all of his friends, family supporters. Praises his, though, for the tough fight. Now, for this judo bout, as Ogawa taking on Hideko Yoshida, 6'4", 6'4", and 6'4". 255 is Ogawa, 36 years old. 5'11", 220 is Yoshida, 34 years old. Osaka, Japan, Tokyo, Japan. Obviously, both Judokins. Pretty close, plus 140, minus 180. As Iwana Takawa is our referee for this fight. Our judges got at least 35 pounds on. That's a big advantage. It's about to fight in front of a home crowd. Yoshida, unsurprisingly, gets a loud ovation. He makes his way into his entrance. His fight begins. Up close, they start wrestling. Yoshida seems to get the advantage. Yoshida's looking to muscle Ogawa backwards up against the ropes. He doesn't let himself be driven back, though. He gains the dominant position in the grapple instead. He's looking to muscle Yoshida backwards up against the ropes. He does it, and he achieves it, pinning Yoshida to the ropes. And looking for a judo-style throw. He gets it. Great job by Ogawa with a nice inside leg trip. And now Yoshida's forced to pull guard. Looking to get past half guard into side control. But it results in scramble. Yoshida tries to get back up as Ogawa ends up losing out on the scramble. He's got to pull half guard. It's now Yoshida trying to pass half guard into a better position. He does so, and he's got side control. Looking for a Kimura. Ogawa defends himself well. As he tries to pull guard on Yoshida, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. He's looking for a Kimura. He gets it. Yoshida gets the Kimura, and he taps out Ogawa. 6-5 now is Ogawa. And he'll probably be sent back down to rings. As, man, he started off alright in Pride. You know, he beat Don Fry in that fucking fantastic fight. He beat Nobunaga Takada. He's beaten Kazuki Fujita, but now lost to Mark Hallman, lost to Volkan, lost to Overeem, lost to Drumley Banner. Now he's lost to Hideko Yoshida. As, Yoshida now 3-0. That was really great. That was a great little fight. Great little, as Yoshida thanks all of his sponsors and all of his fans. So now it's the co-main event time for the welterweight championship in Pride FC. And the betting lines, it doesn't look close, but I think it's a lot closer than the betting lines have it. As the Ronin Carlos Newton takes on the Superman Dennis Hallman. A rematch. As a long-awaited rematch. It is here, though. It's Pride FC welterweight title is on the line. We'll crown our third ever champion. The first time ever crown our third champion. As this, you know, we shall see. That's for all the marbles right here. 26-4, 14-7-1. Referee Uji Shimada as our judges. As Newton looks to be significantly bigger than Hallman as they prepare this fight, even though they weighed in exactly the same yesterday. Round one begins. They start with a touch of gloves. Hallman lands a left hand and hits a nice right hook to the ribs. A tentative jab from Newton lands. Jab is wide from Hallman. He scores with the right cross, taking a few gulps of breath. Hallman's giving a first hint that he's starting to tire touch. There's that fucking going the distance. That first fight was tough for him. He can't hit a step left jab. He hits a nice straight right hand. And now his gas tank's being challenged here as Hallman lands two left hands, but Newton dodges a big right head kick that followed up. Newton warily circling, looking for the opening that he needs to initiate some grappling. He throws a 1-2 two-punch combo, but Newton avoids both of them. He seizes the chance, grabs Hallman into a clinch, looking for the trip takedown. He can't get it, though, as Hallman blocks it. He's using his wrestling skill. Hallman is trying to push Newton up against the ropes, but Newton isn't going anywhere. He's trying to backwards up against the ropes, as, again, Newton blocks it. Tries it again, and again. Doesn't happen. Trying to do it again. This time he finally gets the fourth time's a charm there. He's the man that controls Newton up against the ropes. Looking for it. There's a knee to the thigh. Breathing very hard. Hallman is looking ragged out there. Tries a knee to the thigh, but Newton is able to block it. As although pressed up against the ropes, Newton still hits a few small punches to the ribs. Attempts a knee strike, but Newton pulls the clinch tighter. Tries a foot stomp Newton, but he wrestles free and circles back. As Hallman closes in on Newton, looking to unleash some strikes. As Newton looking very tentative, pokes out a quick jab that hits. As Hallman hits the left hand, but finds nothing but air with a big right. Confidently comes in closer to Dennis Hallman. A tentative jab from Newton lands. Jab is wide from Hallman, then lands the right hand. As it looked like we were about to see a shot from Newton, but Hallman was more aggressive, took the initiative, throws a punch, but Newton was equal to it. Appeared to be going for the takedown, but Hallman took the initiative first. as jab is away from Hallman, scores to the right cross. Newton comes in for the takedown, gets a hold of a leg, but Hallman remains standing, hopping on the other foot. Hallman gets driven up against the ropes, looking for a sharp leg trip. He gets it. There's a great inside leg trip that sees Hallman get thrown to the ground. Newton is left in guard. Tries to pound on Hallman. None of the blows are anything degree of power. Looking for an arm, but Newton fends off Hallman and doesn't give up the arm. Hallman looks like he doesn't have a lot left to give. He attempts to pass guard and gain better position. He passes the side control but doesn't have enough time to secure it before Hallman starts scrambling. Newton still ends up inside control. There's a few strikes, but they're without venom. Blocks the attempt to pull guard. Fouls off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Hallman tries to pull guard on Newton but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt, as Newton throws a few strikes there without venom. Hallman tries to pull guard on Newton but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Newton pounds away, but Hallman calmly deals with him. Hallman tries to move to guard, but Newton doesn't allow it, and that's the end of the first round. Hell of a first round for Carlos Newton. It looked like Dennis Hallman was going to win that round. He got the takedown he wanted, and then it was all Carlos Newton after that. I'm going to give that to Carlos Newton there. 30-10 on strikes. He's got his takedown. He's got the ground pass. Dennis Hallman is looking like he's going to lose again here, but it's not over yet. He's still got this last round. 5 minutes left in this welterweight title fight. Let's see what happens. As he can't connect with a jab, and he hits a straight right hand. He can't jab hits home from Hallman, then catches Newton with a right hook. 1-2 punch combo, but Newton avoids both of them. As Newton may have been setting up to shoot, but Hallman aggressively took the initiative. As Hallman throws a 1-2, but again Newton avoids both of them, looking for the takedown. It almost got away with it, not quite. There was left hopping while Newton has to hold of one leg. So he can't get Hallman down, so he settles to pushing him against the ropes. Now looking for that leg trip. He gets it. There's a quick inside leg trip, and it gets pulled in the guard. Newton throws a few strikes without venom. Halfway point now. Newton looks to pass the guard, passes guard. Hallman was ready, starts to scramble. Results in Hallman losing out in the scramble on his back, pulling half guard. Now looking to get side control. He almost got it, but again a scramble happens. As Hallman is totally gassed at this point. He's had 2 fights now that basically went the distance. They're facing each other now in the scramble. There's a 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. 60 seconds left in the fight. Hallman looks confident, shortening the range, looks to strike. Like we're about to see a shot from Newton, but Hallman was more aggressive, took the initiative. 1-2 from Hallman. Fails to land. Newton again looking for the takedown. He gets the single leg to end out the round. What a great job there by Carlos Newton. He passes guard. Tries to counter the pass attempt. They find themselves scrambling for position. Scramble leaves Newton on top, inside control. Fires with punch, doesn't do much damage. That's the end of the fight right there. I'd say another win for Dennis Hallman. Or another win for Carlos Newton in that round. My opinion, your winner by unanimous decision yet again for Carlos Newton. He gets the win over Dennis Hallman. Yes, your winner in the first ever welterweight champion, the Rodent, Carlos Newton at 15-7-1. What a tough go of it did Dennis Hallman have. Had the fight that went the distance. Carlos Newton had the advantage thanks to him winning that fight over John Fitch early on in that first round. Now we have Carlos Newton. His next fight is going to be against Matt Hughes, whenever that can happen. That's going to happen for the welterweight title. Hopefully, luckily for this time around, in this universe, Carlos Newton doesn't have to worry about getting slammed and getting knocked out thanks to hanging onto the cage and getting dropped down by Matt Hughes. So, but that's going to be a hell of a fight, for sure. Matt Hughes, Carlos Newton, and whoever wins that, whether it be Matt Hughes or Carlos Newton, Dennis Hallman will get a rematch for that title. He deserves it. He got fucked over tonight thanks to the tournament the way it is. If he gets a fight where he can, prepare and he only has one fight to worry about, maybe he'll do a little bit better. But what a win for Carlos Newton as he thanks everyone. He thanks his sponsors, all his fans. He celebrated his title victory and says that he will use this momentum going forward. He's the first ever welterweight champion. And now for our main event. The Pride middleweight title is on the line. Murillo Ninja Hua, 24 years old. Chuck the Iceman Liddell, 34 years old, 5'11", 205, 6'2", 205. From San Luis, California. From Curitiba, Brazil. I butchered that to shit as 14-1, 15-3, Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu, Hawaiian Kimbo style, Hus Valley Tudo, The Pit, plus 300, minus 380. This man's got a sex tape out as he's getting pooped on as middleweight title on the line. Refereeing this bout will be John McCarthy. As our judges. As both fighters came in, they weighed in the same, but Liddell clearly has a significant weight advantage now. There's the bell. Liddell uses the left jab, but misses a big head kick that followed. Liddell throws a punch, but Hua avoided it. Rua comes in, clinches Liddell. Hua trying to muscle Liddell up against the ropes. He doesn't. Now Liddell stuck with his back to the ropes. Look at a trip takedown. Doesn't work well. That was Liddell defended it well. With the ropes trapping Liddell, Hua comes in looking for the trip takedown. Again, Liddell blocks it. Attempted to trip and turn Hua around so that his back is up against the ropes, as Hua using his wrestling skills to prevent Liddell from attacking with dirty boxing. As Liddell goes to use some dirty boxing, but Hua again is aware of the danger of using his wrestling to prevent any danger from happening. Does it again. Hua scores a few punches to the ribs. Liddell pins Hua up against the ropes and hits a couple of nice right hands to the side of the head, trying to get some dirty boxing going, but again, Murray doing a great job. Referee breaks it up, as it looked like about to see Hua trying to get some wrestling started, some grappling started, but Liddell was more aggressive, took the initiative. As Liddell fails to find home his jab, but he hits Hua with a straight right, moves in closer, ready to attack. Looked like about to see a shot from Hua, but Liddell again was more aggressive. A jab is wide from Liddell, then hits Hua with a beautiful right uppercut, and he knocks him out with that uppercut. Liddell got uppercuts for days, and he knocks out another man with it, as that is another knockout win for Chuck Liddell, 16-3, 14-2 for Murlio, as that was rated poor. That's tough, as, yeah. I don't know why I went to the fight metrics there. That's crazy. That was only rated poor, as Liddell thanks to everyone connected to the Pit for having prepared for this fight, the sponsor supporting him financially, all the way title strapped around his waist. Chuck Liddell celebrates for having retained the title. There's no doubt that Chuck Liddell benefits from being interviewed. He knows the value of building a name value. He put out a sex tape, as critical rating is a 65, still high. Commercial rating 99, that's huge. 26,000 in attendance in Ganto. Thank God for this Yoshida Ogawa fighter. This would have been probably a really below the 60 on the card, but we got a new champion, Carlos Newton. We have the middleweight champion defending his title, Carlos Newton. What a win! You know, shocking armbar. John Fitch was winning that whole fight with the takedowns, the rinse and repeat, just holding him down, but he got it. Chuck Liddell wins with his uppercut. We make $9 million. We have this rings card that we're just gonna pop. Alright. See how that goes. Off recording there. As thank you all for watching for episode 35 of Pride FC here. As this, what a card it was for Final Conflict. So now we have Pride FC High Octane coming up. As what a, or no, actually I think it's going to be American Bushido card. I've already forgotten the schedule. As we'll have to give a little look-ski here. As, yeah, it is American Bushido 5, then it's High Octane. Oh, fun. As, yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.